it's my extreme pleasure to welcome on stage Thomas Hansen, President of Amplitude. Hey, man. Welcome on stage.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thomas, super happy to have you here. We are very excited to hear your story. Tell us a little bit about yourself first.
My goodness. Well, ask someone in sales to talk about themselves, right? It's going to be a long story. My strange accent, I'm born in Denmark, but I have not lived there for many years, now living in the US. I've been in go-to-market all my life, 132 quarters.
Wow.
And
I'm not doing the math on that one.
That's a long time. Started when I was 12. And for the last 10, 11 years, I worked both as an operator, but also as a board member and advisor for a number of Sequoia Capital companies.
Yeah.
And in that world, I've been a buyer of software, of Outreach, but also, of course, a Salesforce, Gong, Clary, HighSpot, Gainsight, yada, yada, yada. Many, many point solutions. And yeah, a recurring theme. Lots to do.
Awesome. So what were some of the challenges that you were trying to solve at Amplitude?
So here's the thing. If you are a poor seller out there and you have all these different tools I was talking about, 5, 6, 7 different point solutions, what happens? What do you think happens? You use every single one in detail. You know it perfectly, right? Wrong. No one uses anything. As much as you can train and enable, it is so hard. So, for example, transitioning between forecasting, performance management, conversational intelligence, it was cumbersome, and it was just difficult, right? So I believe there has to be a better way. There has to be one way where you have one UI, real-time, self-serve, easy to use, web and mobile, where your SEs, your sellers, your CSMs, the managers, the manager can remove the data silos and get that one view to get enhanced productivity on one platform. So you can free up time, right? And just spend time doing exactly what you said, which is talk to customers and build relationships.
Perfect. And so here's the important question. Why did you choose Outreach as your solution?
So we had worked with Outreach for a number of years in Amplitude on the engagement side. And we went with Outreach after a very detailed assessment of competing solutions. We saw a team that was committed, you extended team, to the long-term success. We saw a real plan on how you were going to go through the change management. It's a big deal. Think about it. We terminated contracts with 4-point solutions and put all our eggs in one basket with Outreach. That's a high risk, right? And what we've seen is we have accelerated growth in our business, in our enterprise, and in our platform. We've delivered on our re-acceleration of the business commitment we made to the street a year ago, and part of that is increasing our ASP by 50%, which is remarkable.
So talking about some of the performance, ASP by 50%, we'd love to hear more about that.
So I have been told by my lawyers I'm not allowed to share with you in this forum which vendors we have terminated. But we terminated 5 different point solutions. We saved over $600,000 a year in software licensing. We simplified our tech stack. We boosted productivity. And look, this integration has just been a game changer. We have seen immediate financial return, and complexity of our operations has shrunk. That's a really good thing. So Outreach, what has it done? It's given us real-time, self-serve transparency and control to customize that others couldn't. Outreach has delivered the real results and really made every single member of our team more effective. And it starts with me. I use Outreach every day. I live in the business performance and forecasting module. That's my UI for the day. And all the way down, whether it is a manager, a manager's manager, an IC, an early stage career, they're in the tool. So we are now away from these disconnected solutions. We are into one tool where you can sit, for example, and do a deal inspection, going from forecasting into a specific deal in the deal say, oh, I actually want to hear the last conversation the seller had with the prospect or the customer. You switch over to Kaya in the same workflow. It is just easy in one place with one integrated platform. It just works. Very, very easy and straightforward.
Unbelievable. Now, getting the president of a publicly traded company to use your sales tool is not no easy feat. And so can you share with us what it took us to get to that stage?
Well, I mean, I'm going to share inside baseball with you. Do you all know the rule of 7? No? Not a single hand? One, thank you. I knew there would be one. Rule of 7. When you work with sellers, you have to repeat everything 7 times before anything sticks. Isn't it? All right, so classic change management to get it to work. We had incredible support from specifically outreach professional services team.
Yep.
Within our business, we had Emily. Emily, wave to everyone, say hi.
There she is.
So Emily is an amazing VP of transformation of Amplitude. She drove this change. It was a 1-year project, only working 18 hours a day. And it's about attention to detail, but it's also acknowledging it's software.
Yep.
And listen, software from anyone is imperfect. There's always going to be bugging in a code. That's not the issue. The issue is how do you deal with it? And that's where we found we had a real good relationship to the entire structure of outreach, including yourself, and then dealing with it in the right way. That made us move forward and enable us to achieve our goals.
That's awesome to hear. Thanks for that partnership. So, any advice for the audience as they think about revenue transformation, especially with AI?
So, any conference these days without tech BS bingo using AI, it's got to be there. Look, first of all, I want to encourage you all to challenge business as usual. AI is accelerating everything. What previously took years is now quarters, if not months, if not weeks, if not days. You gotta embrace AI. There's no way around it, number one. Number 2, there is a lot of noise out there, right? There's so many vendors out there that profess to have the perfect solution for AI. When in doubt, when there's such an overflow of information and vendors, go and focus. So my 2 cents of advice to you is identify a few high propensity for success workloads. Identify 1 or 2 vendors that can help you in that space, and then go and embed AI into those specific workflows. Find those early signs of success and get it out there and get your colleagues to embrace it and see the power of it. Then you overcome that resistance to change. So earlier in my sales career, I mentioned that I've been in sales. I carried a quota now for 132 quarters. And early on in my career, there was this notion, actually an oxymoron. You don't put sales and intelligence in the same sentence, right? At least for me. I think that's no longer the case. I want to say welcome to ASI. Not just AI, but ASI, Artificial Seller Intelligence. I think sellers can now truly focus on what they're good at, building relationships and delivering value to the prospects and to their customers. And technology can take care of the rest. So I say put the ASI bots to work, perhaps from outreach, and then the results will follow. So my advice, 2 cents, is embrace AI. Change is your friend. Embrace AI. It is truly, truly transformational.
Wow. I love it. Artificial sales intelligence. That's a new one. Never heard of that one before. Have you? Right? Awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.